and Claude, and we're your hosts. It's your favorite show, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast, and happy Friday. That doesn't feel like a Friday because while it's the end of a chapter, it's the beginning of a something. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Toast. I'm your host, Turdy Lou, here for the final time in life as we currently know it. And I'm joined by a very pargy co-host this morning. As you guys know, Jax was unavailable, and I said, don't worry, it's the perfect thing. It's a time for BSC on The Toast. Hello, BSC. How you doing?
You never have to fear. I'm always waiting in the wings.
Yeah,
is it wings or wins? Wings?
Wings.
Waiting in the wings.
We know you're always just like creepily standing in the corner waiting for your time.
I'm always ready here. And I just want to say, because I don't think you get enough credit.
I agree. I don't know what you're going to say, but I agree that I'm never given enough credit.
That you went an entire pregnancy doing The Toast. Every day. Nobody really understands. Like everybody thinks
it's not that hard, but
no, it is. Everybody thinks like, oh, I can do it. I can talk. It's really hard, especially with brains. Like pregnancy brain, I have just like regular brain problems.
Yeah,
okay,
we're gonna get into Ben making my pregnancy about him, but I really appreciate the compliment.
Oh, okay.
And
I take it back.
I know. I'm glad you brought it up because if you would have told me that I would have made it through a whole pregnancy with only taking one show off that day, I woke up really sick and you filled in for me. I wouldn't have believed you. So yeah, I agree. I'm a hero. I'm an amazing business person and media mogul. And I agree with everything you said.
Kudos to you.
Thank you.
Kudos to you. Now, how am I making pregnancy about myself?
Oh my God. Like literally every time I have an ailment, you're like, oh my God, me too.
By the way, I do. What should I lie?
No, you're like, my back is killing me. I'm like,
it is killing me.
Your back?
No, yours is definitely. See, let's normalize two people having problems. Your back can hurt more than mine. But if you say, oh, my back hurts, that reminds me, I need to go see Stretched.
So how do you think it makes me feel?
I need to go get stretched.
How do you think it makes me feel to hear you complaining about your back problems?
I think it's fine because I'm rubbing your back and I'm actively making you feel better. Are you rubbing my back?
You don't need it.
See?
Every time I have when Ben looks at me, he's like, oh, I'm having bad heartburn. I'm like, you're having heartburn?
all I want to say, this is your first like real stint with heartburn, right?
Yeah, I've never had like chronic issues with heartburn, and anyone who suffers outside of pregnancy with like every day, you have my utmost sympathy. Except like you can do something about it. Like you can take real medication.
Okay. Any of your morbidly obese listeners, one of them.
Yes, you
for
are.
The vast majority of my life. Well, maybe a little bit less morbid now, but it's still morbidly obese. I had heartburn for so long. Terrible, terrible heartburn. When you're really fat, it's really bad. Like, really bad. And there are some people that aren't fat and still are predisposed to it. There was that big claim, that big company, the one you said you could just take medication. There was one of those companies who was giving people cancer. Nexapro,
I haven't heard
something.
That. I haven't heard that.
I'll send you the article.
Well, shout out to Pepsid, which has single-handedly got me through this pregnancy. Yes, I feel for people who have like all these new things that I didn't have. I know people have really bad heartburn outside of pregnancy. People have back problems outside of pregnancy. It's all hitting me in the last 9 months. And so people who suffer from it all the time, like you have my utmost sympathy and respect. But like that doesn't mean like what I'm going through isn't valid.
Of course. No, it's relatable.
Now, you've been very busy, Ben. We haven't actually had you on The Toast in a while. You're being obviously an amazing husband, which is a full-time job these days. You're being...
It is.
You're being a full-time Nick fan.
Yes.
Which is also a full-time job.
Yes.
You're obviously entrepreneur, podcast host, celebrity chef. How is Ben?
Ben is wonderful.
Yeah?
Ben is excited.
Yeah.
Ben is going to be a father of a son. BH, 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 BH. And the podcast is wonderful. Speaking of BH, like literally the fact that I have Christian morons walking up to me in the street saying BH.
Christian morons.
Walking up to me and saying
if somebody
BH.
is new here and they don't understand like what you're talking about, Ben and his co-host Josh have like maybe a year ago decided that how we call you guys like the Toasters. If you listen to the Toaster, if you listen to his podcast, The Good Guys, they gave themselves the title of morons.
You are.
So you guys, people come up to us in the street, they're like, I'm a moron. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And they literally, like, the morons, the fans of the Good Guys podcast will walk up to me and say, Ben, BH, I'm from Alabama, BH. I'm like, that is unbelievable. I'm going to be a dad,
yeah.
BH.
The Knicks are in
The Knicks
Game
are.
6.
I know, but I don't know how I feel.
So I wanted to
I don't know
update
how I
everybody
feel.
from yesterday's show. We did get tickets.
We did.
At this rate, I just want to let you know I'm not going. Like, I do not feel good, but...
Who's going to buy that ticket? I spent so much money on tickets.
And the fact that anybody ever clowned on like girls spending money on the Eras tour when this is what a basketball game costs, which is seriously like half the amount of time, half as interesting, is absurd to me. Because we spent more on Knicks tickets than I did for like my best Eras tour tickets.
So let me explain. Taylor Swift does not come. First of all, I've never ever clowned on you spending money on anything concert related.
I didn't say you. I'm just saying society.
Okay, sure, whatever. Society's dumb and poor. So I think that Taylor Swift does not come around once every 30 years. I want to set the record here. This is the greatest Knicks team, the best chance that the Knicks have of winning a championship
in your lifetime.
In my lifetime. Like, let that sink in.
That's how a lot of people feel about Taylor Swift, though.
But I've been to Taylor Swift 1989. I've been to Taylor Swift Red. I've been to Taylor Swift.
You were not at Taylor Swift Red.
Yeah, I was.
With who?
I don't know. I was at, maybe I went alone. I went to Taylor Swift. Yeah, is that the one with all the snakes?
Yes.
Yeah, that one was dark.
Yeah, you went to Reputation, 1989, and Eras.
Yes. The Knicks, these kids. Honestly, I guess it's happened every couple of years. 3 years ago, I went on the road in Cleveland. Do the Toasters know that story?
Yes.
They do. When I flew private with a bunch of Hasidic Jews home. It was unbelievable.
I believe I've told the story. Whenever I'm talking about Ben's like amazing ability to network, and you're just sort of like born under this like these things happen to you that don't happen to other people. Ben flew to Cleveland for like a Knicks game. He didn't have a flight home. He's like, I'll figure it out. I'll get a hotel.
Should I tell the story?
Sure, please. I mean, I was in the middle of it, but sure. Yeah,
okay, I mean, you were speeding through it. There's some drama to it.
Okay, fine. Oh my God, this is gonna be like a 3-hour episode.
No, I'll have it quick. I go to Cleveland. Game 6, Knicks Cavs. I again feel the way that I feel right now, which is like this is the best chance the Knicks have. I have to go.
Right. Okay. So the feeling you were describing before, it's not once in a lifetime.
I guess not. I guess it's twice in a lifetime. My friend Michael Cohen calls me, not Trump's lawyer, a different Michael Cohen, calls me and says, Ben, I have an extra seat.
Wow. See, another thing that doesn't happen to other people, like the biggest game of the year, and someone just gives Ben a seat.
By the way, it does happen to other people if you're not a piece of shit.
No.
Like if you put good energy out into the world, if you invite people to Knicks games, if you take people to dinner, then somebody will think of you. But if you're sitting there thinking, why doesn't anybody do anything for me when you don't do anything for them, then no, that's not going to happen. The universe, it's called karma.
Okay,
whatever.
Get to the point of the story, please.
He invites me. I go to Cleveland. Okay, I have a hotel. I'm ready to sleep in the hotel, but I don't book a flight. I said to Claudia, there are going to be enough Knicks fans
people that I know
at this game that I'm going to find someone needs to fly private home. Okay.
Ben just like sort of put it out there. I was like, okay, good luck. Sure, Jan.
I was like, somebody needs to be there. And I thought it was, I used to work for Gary Vaynerchuk. I thought it was Gary. I see Gary on the court. I go up to him after the game. I'm like, Gary, what's going on? He's like, Ben, good to see you. I'm like, how are you getting home? He's like, oh, I have my plane, but we're full. I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, okay, this is not going to happen.
You almost got it.
I'm exiting the stadium. I'm walking out. All of a sudden, I get tapped on the shoulder by 2 Hasidic Jews, black hat, payas, the whole nine.
Work up.
And they're like, we're really big fans. Our wives are really big fans of Claudia. Can we please get a picture? I'm like, oh my God, yes. Never in my life did I see what was about to happen. They're like, how are you getting home? I'm like, you're kidding me. They're like, we have a jet outside if you want to come. I'm like, if that's not Hashem
that's
sending
God.
you a signal.
Right.
So I met literally a lifelong friend.
Of course, Ben and him are best friends
Nashi
now.
Newman. He's the best. His wife is the best. Big toaster. So hopefully they hear this. Went home with them. Flew into Teterboro.
Was home by 1.
Michael Cohen's like, how the hell did you swing that? I'm like, I don't know.
Wait, you didn't take Michael Cohen with you?
No, I did. No, he's like, how did you swing this?
You got a seat for Michael Cohen
Yeah,
too?
he came home with it.
Wow.
I was, by the way, and this is karma too. I would never, ever, ever fly private home and leave the person who gave me a free ticket.
Right.
I would have walked home with him.
Yeah.
I got him a seat. So that was Knicks Cavs. Last year, you agreed to go with me to Philly.
I did. I drove to Philly. I'm such an amazing wife. Like,
how
it's
sick
insane.
was that game though?
I don't remember the game being like sick. I just remember like I was really skinny and we had really good seats.
We had really good seats. The Knicks won. Whenever we go, me and you, the Knicks win. Hopefully I didn't jinx this for tonight. Tonight we spent
Don't say, please. I'm embarrassed.
more money
I'm embarrassed.
than on those two combined.
Yeah, no, it's insane what like grown men will spend on a 90-minute game.
So this is game 6 of 7. It's a big game. It's a big game, Moof.
Yeah.
Big game. If they lose this game, I'm just letting you know they're going to lose the series.
Yeah, obviously.
And as much as I love Dave Portnoy, if I see one more Dave Portnoy rant talking about how the Knicks suck and the Celtics are great,
yeah,
I'm going to kill myself.
No, we are going as of this moment. I obviously just like need to take a nap and like relax a little bit first. And you know what, Ben? What will be, will be. You know? What the Lord wants for the Knicks, the Lord will make happen.
What will be, will be. But the Brunson boys...
How do the Brunson boys feel? I've been meaning to ask you that.
The Brunson boys are feeling...
we blew up their spot. Like, everybody's talking about them on social media.
I thought you meant about the game. The Brunson boys about the game are cautiously optimistic.
No, I don't care what
about
they
the publicity.
Yeah, about, like, us blowing up their spot.
I think the Brunson boys are feeling good.
Are they super private? Like, or they like...
No, there's really no issues.
Okay.
There's no issues. Gabe will send me, like, a clip.
Right.
I think he, like, called us gay or something. That
I
was...
didn't. I would never. I'm
just kidding.
I didn't say that.
But Gabe sent me a clip, and he's just like, yeah, like...
He's excited about his newfound stardom?
He loves it. He's
Okay,
like,
good.
he's like, they're talking about us.
Right.
Jack's like, they're talking about us.
Mm-hmm.
Victor's like, they're talking about us. That's the group. They're my friends from high school,
Mm-hmm.
like closest friends. And that's the Brunson boys. And the second that Jalen Brunson rose the ranks, people don't understand. Like, we are watching, if he can win some championships, we're watching like a young Kobe. This guy is so freaking clutch.
It's kind of crazy, though, because he's like a short king.
Yeah. He's not that short. He's 6'2".
Okay, but like compared to the other players, he looks
Also,
like...
he's Jewish.
His
wife, Allie, is
I was talking about
Jewish.
this on the toast.
His
And they have
wife-
a baby, right?
Yeah. I sat next to Allie at that Cleveland game, too.
It just sounds like that night was sort of like a magical night for you.
It really was. You should have been there.
No, I really shouldn't have.
That said, we wouldn't have flown private home.
No, I was going to say, had I known you were flying home private, like maybe I would have come.
Yeah.
Ben is going to join me today for our final episode of The Toast. Today is my last day before my maternity leave begins. As you guys know, next week we are totally dark, except there will be new episodes dropping on Patreon daily. So make sure to head over to patreon.com/thetoast. And then the week after that begins official maternity leave content with Jackie O and friends. She'll be in New York and in Florida, hosting, interviewing, the talk of the town, the creme de la creme. But for today, Ben is subbing in for Jackie. We're going to do the Fast Five. We're obviously doing Queenie and Weenie. I know you prepared yours, right?
And beat the crunch.
We don't do Beat the Crunch, but we
No,
can.
but we do it.
Okay.
We do it.
Okay. So, without further ado, here are the Fast Five stories that you need to know.
Before you take a bite.
Oh, we
And
don't
then
do
I
that
crunch.
anymore.
But that's where the beat the...
No, that's not. We don't do that anymore. I was letting you do it. Okay, I'll do it again. Here are the Fast Five stories that you need to know.
Before you take a bite! What are you nuts?
Okay?
No, this is not the way that
Ben,
it goes.
we don't do that anymore. We just
I
say,
know,
the
but
Fast Five stories
the
that you
beat
need to
the
know.
crunch.
Okay, so
Fine, do it again.
No. I give you 2 chances. I give you 2 chances. You didn't beat the crunch. Today's episode is brought to you by Skims, which is partially because I am wearing Skims maternity pants. So Skims, they're known for their bras and underwear. They are really the best intimates we've ever owned. My top drawer has slowly become all Skims over the last couple of years, but specifically these last couple of months, because every bra and underwear that I buy, I immediately grow out of. So I'm really particular about my intimates these days. Obviously, my breasts are getting larger. My needs for underwear are just getting different. And intimates are really the unsung hero of every single outfit. Nobody does it like Skims. Obsessed is an understatement. And then every time I need a new category of stuff and I find out that Skims carries it, I'll automatically, I just trust them so much. So when I need a maternity clothes, like these really cute yoga pants, I just went to Skims and automatically bought a bunch of stuff. They have my eternal trust now. I think why everybody loves Skims is how versatile they are, especially in terms of sizing. So if you're looking for a bra, I think they offer 62 sizes, which is insane. Most stores literally offer 4. And everybody knows that finding the right bra is all about finding the right size. So Skims is going to help you do that. They're going to really make you feel comfortable. I love the Fits Everybody collection. Ben calls them my relaxation bras. They're super stretchy, super comfortable, super supportive. I can't just go without a bra these days, so I need something to wear inside. So shop Skims and their best intimates, including the Fits Everybody collection and more at skims.com. After you place your order, be sure to let them know that we sent you. Select podcast in the survey. Be sure to select the toast in the drop-down menu that follows. And that's all you got to do. Shop Skims. They also have a new flagship store in New York City, which is kind of pargy. You should check it out. But the Fits Everybody collection, which is the collection I was talking about, you can shop now at skims.com. Today's episode is also brought to you by Vivrel. Vivrel is the first of its kind luxury accessories members only club, providing access to borrow designer handbags, jewelry, watches, and diamonds. So Vivrel members can treat the Vivrel closet like their own, and they can borrow anything within their tier. Vivrel has no return dates. Members can swap items once per month, keep items for as long as they'd like. So I know a lot of you guys do clothing rentals, and you guys love it. And Vivrel is a similar concept where they have like a huge array of like designer bags, designer jewelry, designer accessories, and like actual designers. Like they have like Chanel bags, Prada bags, really sick bags, current bags. And you can borrow them for however long you like. I've literally been borrowing a Chanel bag for them for a couple of months. They have the best bags. And also, obviously, like Jackie and I love investing in bags. But honestly, you don't want to buy every single bag because one, like who has the money? Two, who has the space? And three, sometimes you buy a bag and then like a year later, it's like not cool anymore and you spent all this money and you just feel stupid. So it's a great way to like test run a bag if you've been thinking about buying it. Borrow it from Vivrel, see if you wear it, see if you like it, take some pictures in it. And once you take a picture in it, like you really don't need to buy the bag. So you could just like return it to Vivrel and get something new. Also, don't sleep on their jewelry. They literally have like the nicest jewelry. They carry Van Cleef. Like it's insane. Membership starts at $45 a month. So like you're literally getting Van Cleef for $45. And you can use our code TOAST. It'll get you to the top of the wait list and it'll get you 30% off your first 4 months of membership. Go to Vivrel.com, apply for a membership today using code TOAST for that 30% off 4 months of membership. This code will also allow you to skip the Vivrel waitlist. That's Vivrelle.com. Our code is TOAST for 30% off 4 months of membership. Today's episode is also brought to you by Square, your all-in-one business partner, making your day-to-day easier. From point-of-sale systems and payments to inventory and customer tools, Square brings everything together in one simple platform, so you can stay organized, sell anywhere, and keep things moving. Whether you're running a cafe, a salon, a boutique, or something entirely your own, Square gives you the flexibility to grow at your own pace and even set up an online store in just a few clicks. Right now, listeners can get up to $200 off Square hardware when you sign up at square.com/go/toast. That's SQUARE.com/go/toast. Visit Square to get started because the right tools make all the difference. As a traveling comedian and podcaster, when we do merch like at live shows, it's impossible to accept payments if you're not working with Square. And literally, in terms of equipment, it's this big. It's like the size of a quarter. Throw it in your purse. Always having a Square account is literally the best thing ever if you're looking to do any sort of like merchandising. It's super easy to use. It's really flexible. And then the comprehensive tools help you manage your business. So get $200 off the Square hardware when you sign up at square.com/go/toast. That's SQUARE.com/go/toast. You should visit Square to get started because the right tools make all the difference. They keep you up so you don't have to slow down. Get everything you need to grow your business without any long-term commitments. Right now you can get $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/toast. That's SQUARE.com/go/toast. Run your business smarter with Square and get started today. Okay.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Breathe. I'll talk for a little.
Okay.
That was excellent.
So you guys,
those are excellent sponsors.
We've been talking on the Toast recently about how like obviously I can't breathe when I do the ads, and everybody's like, Jackie, you should do them. Jackie,
I would have done them.
The thing is I'm too much of a control freak, and
Sure.
Jackie likes to go over the 90-second.
Oh.
Right. Thank you. Ben,
no.
You do the ads on Good Guys, right?
Yeah, I
and
do.
you know the importance of keeping the time.
The thing is, what you do is much harder. It's hard to keep the time when you're live.
Of course.
I do them pre-recorded. So honestly, if I go to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I say chop it down to a minute.
Chop it down.
A minute 30. But all that I'll say quickly. Square, wonderful. Proudly used by Bruce Soffer at his cafe. He loves it. He loves it. Easy peasy.
I also today am choosing the stories and reading the stories. So breath work is going to be super important.
So I'll just talk.
Also, I wanted to let you guys know, I currently have 4 stories.
Okay. I have a 5th story.
You do?
It's selfish, but.
What? Spur Society available nationwide at Target?
Yeah! It is, and it's Friday, baby. Go out there and shop locally, wherever your Target sells wine. People love. They're coming.
So is that the first story?
Ben, it's not in New Jersey. Yeah, because your Target doesn't sell wine. I can't change jurisdiction. It's wherever it sells wine. Go on sportsociety.com. Go to the store locator.
You can't change jurisdiction, you guys.
I can't unless you guys. By the way, we could lobby.
Would you say that's one of the most common misconceptions about you?
That I can't change jurisdiction.
That people think you can change jurisdiction, but you can't.
They do. It's like I can get private planes with Hasids.
It's true.
But I can't get changed jurisdiction.
Not yet.
Not yet. If I wanted to manifest it, I'm not wasting my manifestation powers on changing the liquor jurisdiction in New Jersey.
Yeah, right.
What are you, nuts?
Ben, what do you want most in this world?
Oh my. I want a healthy son.
Okay, that's a good answer.
And a loving family forever. And just like more of the same. I'm telling you, like, I really don't want for anything.
I know, I feel the same way.
And the more that I don't want for anything, BH, more things come.
So it's like a roundabout.
It's almost like a
way.
cheat code. It's almost like a
If you
cheat code.
pretend you don't want it.
Exactly. It comes.
Okay, let's dive into our first story, which is about my girl Taylor Swift. I don't know if you've heard, but human remains have been found near her
Oh, I heard.
famous Rhode Island mansion, and it's
she did it?
amid growing fears that there's a New England serial killer.
Is it her?
Oh, I like that take, by the way. So human remains were discovered down the road from her Rhode Island mansion amid fears that a New England serial killer, I guess like people have been conspiracy theorizing that there's a new serial killer on the loose in that region.
Sure.
And on Wednesday morning, police in Westerly, Watch Hill, which is like somewhere we need to go, found reports of possible remains. And then when officers arrived to the location, it's 0.3 miles from Swift's home, they located what appeared to be a human leg bone. I just want to say, like, this has nothing to do with Taylor Swift.
Nothing to do with
Like,
Taylor
the
Swift.
article is and the headlines are extremely misleading. People are like, this is so scary for Taylor. It's 7 minutes from her house. They did a map on page 6, which I appreciate.
You know how many bodies they probably find 7 minutes from our house because of Tony Soprano?
Oh, we started watching The Sopranos, and I don't know if I told you guys that. I think I did.
I'm just saying, there are bodies buried everywhere.
Then that's how I felt watching Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Like how many people they killed. Like
There are bodies all over this city.
the city. It's hard to hide bodies in the
There
city.
are bodies all in the Hudson. How many bodies do you think are in the Hudson? They claim, oh, it's cloudy. Yeah, probably because the mobsters made it cloudy, so you can't find Art Bucco's wife sitting at the bottom of the ocean.
I don't think there's a lot of bodies in the Hudson. Like if I was a person trying to get rid of a body, like I would stay away from New York City.
Yeah, but then you learn they take these weights and they chain them to their ankles and they drop them to the bottom.
Yeah, but they don't do that in the Hudson, Ben.
don't
They
think
do
so?
it in like random rivers and shit.
I think they're in the
The
Hudson.
Hudson is like highly trafficked and policed. Like,
That's what they want you to think. I've never seen police in the Hudson.
can I just tell you guys, ever since we started watching The Sopranos, which Ben insists on calling The Sopranos,
It is.
Ben's been like acting different. I could tell like his little man. I think you're gonna start wearing tank tops. Like,
No. Okay, no. I like that you called them tank tops.
I'm not gonna use the other
No, we
word.
can't. Insane. Okay, it's insane that we still call them that.
The WD.
It's also insane to wear them. Sorry.
Agreed, but I think like you're slowly, and we've only watched like a season and a half.
I know.
You are slowly morphing into, you're just like picking up on random like mannerisms and stuff. I'm gonna come home one day and you're gonna be wearing a tank top.
Little things
Little
are being
things.
picked up. I love that show so much. Claudia doesn't love it yet. She likes
I
it.
like it. I'm not like obsessed.
I just love that there are like weirdly Jewish undertones while they're also being anti-Semitic. And
I actually don't think that the characters are anti-Semitic.
okay, they
They have that one motel client.
I'm
who's
not
a Hasidic
anti-Semitic,
Jew.
but like they obviously like they don't like Jews.
No, that guy on the horse farm is like their best friend, and
Yeah,
he's
Hesh
a Jew.
is a good boy.
Hesh.
Whatever. They use
don't-
derogatory terms. That was more what I was saying.
Do they?
They do.
Okay.
They do, but against everybody. Like, that's just like the culture. But then randomly, like, you see Tony Soprano say the word schnurra, and you're like, what in
Yeah.
the world? Who wrote this?
I like how you just did a little whistle. When
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, your teeth whistled.
I was going to avoid it.
How did you do that?
I have no idea. I could never do it again.
When you
That was
said
such a high
schnurra.
pitch. Schnurra. I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but yeah, Hesh.
Okay,
Love him.
back to Taylor Swift. Do
Sorry.
you think that Taylor Swift is the New England serial killer?
Yes.
No one would suspect her.
No one would suspect her. She could be like big crime boss Tony. She
Mm-hmm.
isn't the actual killer, but like she has people under her that are doing her dirty work.
Mm.
And I think, okay, that the person at the bottom of that river was the one who subpoenaed her.
Oh, it was one who knocked on her door and gave her the filing.
Yes.
That's a good theory. You think
is,
it's
huh?
connected to the Blake Lively drama?
It is.
Well, people are like doing everything they can to blame everything that's wrong in this world on Blake Lively. So maybe Blake Lively's a serial killer.
Maybe it's Blake.
Love that. People are upset, like, are like fanatical about serial killers. This is like exciting for them. It doesn't do it for me.
By the way, there's nothing cool about serial killers.
I couldn't agree more.
Like, can you back the fuck off and stop killing people?
Right, like it's not cool.
It's not cool at all.
Like that was my friend.
No.
You know?
And she's dead.
Yeah.
For nothing.
We don't know if this was a man or a woman. I just want to say, like, they're using Taylor Swift to get people to care about this story, but in actuality, it has nothing to do with Taylor Swift.
No. They'll do anything to put her name in the headline.
1000%.
This is the problem with the news, okay?
Okay, rant.
Was this like a click out article?
No, it was like a regular Page 6 article.
Okay.
And I saw it everywhere.
Also, shout out Page 6.
Okay.
Good peeps. I think so. But I'm just saying, like, the problem is that, like, you'll see this e-news, Justin Baldoni, blah, blah, blah. Click here to learn more. You click, they get paid,
Right.
and it's a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of nothing.
Ben, that's the problem with media and bureaucracy.
This is what I'm saying. The pay-per-click is destroying media.
The pay-per-click?
Pay-per-click.
Oh, the pay-per-clip.
Pay-per-click.
We have to watch the final 2 episodes. Can we talk really quickly
Paul
about
American?
Paul American and about how my healer, Yiska,
Yes.
was on the most recent episode?
Paul American is a fantastic show, and if you're not watching it, even if you're a hater, you'll still like it.
Yes,
and you'll be turned. Like, you're probably like hating Jake Paul because of what you see, and then you watch it and you realize like
he's not what you think he is.
He's a healed man.
Yes, he's very deep and emotional and healed. I think that's the perfect word.
It's also like very like there's like a little bit of like some Gen Z undertones like with this like mental health.
Yes,
like he's come a long way.
1000%.
And then you have just like great family drama. They're the perfect family for reality TV because you can just tell they're leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay, but what did you think of seeing Yiska? Did you see the clip of her?
I didn't see the clip of her because we haven't seen that episode yet.
No, but I showed you the clip that Beatrice sent me.
You did, yeah.
And what did you make of it?
No,
because you love when my healer came over. You tried to poach my healer.
First of all, she's so nice. She would be a great healer for me. Okay. Second of all, she just kept complimenting my chopping skills. She's like, "Oh, you're such a good cook."
Ben was cooking me dinner while she was working on me,
and she was impressed.
And she had to keep leaving the room so I could like change or whatever. And so
Yiska just also had great energy.
I completely agree. The second I opened the door,
a lovely woman.
I knew like we were gonna love her. And then when I was like, she left the bedroom to let me change, and I heard you guys chatting. I'm like, oh, he's trying to poach my healer.
No, I need her because she also does massage, right? Like, isn't that?
Well, but it's all prenatal. She does like prenatal massage, prenatal acupuncture.
We'll work through it.
She's a doula.
We'll work through it.
Are you jealous of like the healing journey that I've gone on in this last couple of months?
No. I'm just happy that you have taken to the East.
Right.
I'm happy that you have come to my side of things.
As you guys know,
the side of the Eastern medicine.
Ben is very much East-West Central.
No, I'm East.
Okay, you're fake East.
I'm East these days. Why am I fake East?
You know what? Actually, I have noticed. I meant to bring this up to you.
Tell me.
So many people, when they get pregnant, they have to quit things that they love, whether it's like alcohol or like turkey. For me, there really hasn't been, because a lot of like I don't miss alcohol, and although it did dawn on me yesterday, like I'm getting really close to being able to have a cocktail. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
Yeah.
But a lot of people struggle with like no sushi, no deli meat, and none of that stuff like I would eat normally. So I haven't had that. Where was I going with this story?
I'm not sure.
Wait, what were we talking about before?
We were talking about my Eastern medicine journey.
Oh, but something I actually really have struggled with is the inability to take Advil, because I lived a life before this, like run on Advil. I was fueled by Advil. And I've noticed you've taken a lot less Advil too. A part of your like, you're being obsessed with me and copying everything I do in pregnancy.
I don't take any Advil. Let me tell you, again, we were talking about heartburn. When you're fat, you need Advil. Like it's really, really hard. Like your head,
actually true.
Your head hurts more because you're eating shit and you're so swollen. Let me tell you the things, okay, that have made me less swollen. Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
I love turmeric, but if you take too much of it, it makes you itchy.
Yeah,
so you just have to be careful. I've overdosed on turmeric, and all that you got to do, don't take turmeric for a couple of days, and then you jump back in.
Before you give any medical advice, it's just important that everybody knows Ben has no idea what he's talking about. All of his research is from TikTok.
I do. The next one, this one, everybody should be taking oil of oregano.
Every day? I thought only when you're sick.
Every single day to make sure that your sinuses stay clear. I've gotten significantly less sinus infections since I started my healthy regimen. Also, every day I start with AG1.
It's sure been
I drink AG1. It every single morning, and I love it.
And
it's great.
You stop taking creatine because you realize it's meant to be taken in tandem with going to the gym.
I was going to say, the problem is that I am not going to the gym.
Right.
Once I go to the gym, creatine is great. But right now, yeah, I'm off it.
Okay, we got really far from Taylor Swift's Human
Remains. Wait, but what else am I
remains.
taking in the morning? Turmeric.
Dose.
No, that's just turmeric. I took a dose. I'm itchy. I'm like, why am I itchy? It's because I had 1,000 milligrams of turmeric because I had my 500 milligrams and then dose. My oil of oregano. What other fun thing am I? Ooh. Lion's mane. Lion's mane. Take it every day. It repairs the brain cells. I'm so much more alert. Have you noticed? I'm more alert.
Notice you're more annoying.
my brain mouth is firing because of the lion's mane.
That's really great.
And lastly, shout out Gaia Herbs.
Okay, we really need to move on because I can't tell you how uninteresting it is. But if you do want to hear me complaining about Ben's supplement intake, you can listen to my episode of your podcast, which we just recorded with Josh and his wife, who's also pregnant, Paige.
Yes.
We talked extensively, and I just feel like this is not the platform for you to be like shilling your herbs. Please.
Yeah, understood.
And way to make my Yiska story about yourself.
That said, you can go to bensoffersherbs.com.
Is that a dream of yours?
To own an herb manufacturing company and sell them? For sure.
It's like a really easy way to get sued.
I'm going to be hawking herbs.
You'll be ending up on an episode of American
I'm going to be like
Dream.
one of those, that 95-year-old woman that like sits at her board and like writes like about all the herbs.
Yeah.
Do you know her?
No, I don't.
It's me.
Have you been following the Diddy trial? It's ongoing.
I have, and I saw yesterday somebody said that his penis was the size of a Tootsie Roll.
Oh, I saw that too, but that's
a terrible headline.
That's not, by the way, it's not even the worst headline to come out of it. Cassie, do you know who that is? Like his long-term partner.
Yes.
She testified, which she had sued him long after she left him and got $30 million, but of course had to sign like an NDA in a civil suit. But because this is a federal trial, this is like my favorite fun fact about the trial. The feds don't give a fuck if you signed an NDA, like if you're subpoenaed to testify. So she got her 30 mil and she got to speak her truth.
Wow.
And she's 8 months pregnant.
Good for her.
But Ben, like the things that she was detailing that she went through, like him forcing male prostitutes to pee in her mouth.
Oh,
like,
I did see that.
Really fucking disgusting. But there's been a lot of chatter about the Diddy trial as it pertains to Justin Bieber. A lot of people, we talked about this yesterday briefly on the Toast, it's all alleged, but a lot of people just assume that, like, you know, he's having this sort of like public breakdown right now. And it started around the same time as the Diddy trial, and given Justin's age at the time, and there is like theories that Justin is some sort of victim in all of this Diddiness. But Justin Bieber has broken his silence on Sean Combs as the rap mogul faces sex trafficking trial. Justin Bieber is not a victim of his former friend, Sean Diddy Combs. So, although Justin is not among Sean's victims, there are individuals who were genuinely harmed by him, the Peaches crooner representative told Page Six. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice that these victims rightfully deserve. So basically just saying, Diddy did that, but not to me.
Do you want to talk about Diddy or do you want to talk about Justin?
Listen, what am I, a Nazi? Talk about what you want.
No, you literally, you told me before that I was going off on a rant, so I want to make sure we stay close.
You were talking about herbs, but we were talking about Taylor Swift.
I just want to stay close.
I want you to talk about your feelings.
I think that every single time I see a Justin Bieber headline that like something's wrong, I don't think anything's wrong.
Jackie and I talk about that extensively.
I could be.
Is something wrong with Justin Bieber or not?
I think that the media loves talking about Justin Bieber because he's incredibly famous, incredibly cool. I think that he's living his life, and I think that he fucking hates the media. He's so public about how much he hates the paparazzi and all that he loves. I think he loves seeing headlines that people think that there's something wrong with him because it lets him know that he has power.
But have you know what I mean? But have you seen some of the recent footage, like what they're reporting on, like him at Coachella, like obviously with some like drug paraphernalia?
Great. He can't go to Coachella and be on drugs like everybody else in the world.
I mean, he has a baby, but yeah.
I know, but he's also 30. Like, he's not like, he's, or even younger. I don't know how old he is.
I think the craziest part
it's like a kid at Coachella. Like,
of this particular story is that, not that Justin is denying being a victim, but he's basically saying there were people who were genuinely harmed by him. Like, even though that's his former friend, he's not Team Diddy.
Who could be Team Diddy?
Well, his kids are. They're like at the courthouse every day, which is really crazy.
Maybe they're getting a lot of money.
Not shockingly, the artist formerly known as Kanye West is a big Diddy supporter.
That makes sense.
Yes. But I feel like it's like the first time a celebrity has publicly been tied to Diddy and then also spoken out against him. Because there's a million pictures of like celebrities, a lot of like innocent celebrities attended Diddy's parties, not knowing that like downstairs were these freak offs where people were being like trafficked and abused. Upstairs, it was just like a cool celebrity party.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of people get like tied. They post pictures of like, you know, Diddy and Ashton Kutcher. They're like, look, he knew. And I think most of the time it's just like celebrities, you know, as a celebrity yourself, like you take a picture with someone. I mean,
I can't wait until they see the pictures of me and Diddy.
No, there are none. Not funny. Not funny.
Did you see Will Smith? He said something. He's
what did he say?
He's just like, I have nothing to do with any of this. It's the same thing because Will Smith probably went to a lot of parties.
But yeah, and the thing is, if I'm a celebrity, like I don't want to even be remotely. And the fact there are a lot of celebrities who are being publicly tied to Diddy and are not saying something, that definitely gives me pause. Because if my ass had a picture, and I would hop on my podcast and be like, oh my God, I did not know this man. I went to a lunch and somebody asked me to take a photo. Like
1000%.
The fact that there aren't more people doing what Will Smith did, like immediately coming to me like, no, not my friend.
I know.
It's a little suspicious.
It is.
You know?
I think they also just like don't want to awake a lying beast.
Right.
You know?
Then like the internet comes after you and like finds everything you've ever done.
I'm rubbing my eye. I'm having an eye problem.
And you feel the need to complain about it on the Toast?
I'm just like sharing because I've touched my eye a couple of times. I'm going to wake up with pink eye.
Oh my God.
I'm fine.
I farted on your pillow.
You did?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Romeo, actually.
Okay. No, I'm fine. Like if my eyes look red, I'm fine.
It's just Ben being like sympathy pregnant.
Yeah.
My eyes hurt too.
Do they?
No.
Okay. So I just say it.
Next story, a little bit of gender identity news, which I know is some of your favorite news. Lorde is clearing up her gender identity.
Okay, thank God.
You know who Lorde is?
I do. I didn't know that she was having a gender identity crisis.
Well, you know, she recently popped back onto the scene to promote her music, and she did this like thing in Washington Square Park, and I was like, oh, she looks androgynous, and I was like, okay, just noted. And then she went to the Met Gala and she wore like a blazer or whatever. And somebody asked her, she's like, I feel like this is like really representative of my new gender identity, when like I feel like a man but also a woman. And everyone was like, excuse me, can you clarify? And she is clarifying, sort of, saying, I'm a woman, except for the days when I'm a man.
By the way, I feel that.
So she did an in-depth Rolling Stone interview where I've seen like a couple of the things, like pull quotes. She seems fucking insufferable, I have to say. But this one obviously caught my eye because it's a very interesting way to say like gender identity. So she said, some days I'm a woman, some days I'm a man. That's a lyric on an upcoming song of hers. And of course, the interviewer had questions about it. So the interviewer was Chapel Roan. Sorry, that's an important thing. So Chapel Roan, I asked her how.
Pony Club.
Ben
I'm
loves
gonna
Chapel.
keep on dancing down in West Hollywood.
Okay, well, I actually chose this story because I wanted to ask you a question. Like, you know, you're a man, but are there days when you feel like a woman? And
You Virginia Doubtfire, dear.
And I was gonna say, I actually feel like you feel most like a woman when Chapel Roan comes on.
I love her.
Yeah, Ben loves her.
Oh, look what you've done. You're a pink pony
that's enough.
girl.
That's enough. That's my job.
By the way, how good was my voice is getting
I wanna
just
say,
better and better.
I'm a woman, but there are days where I feel like a man. And
Yeah.
I would say some of those days include when there's any sort of job or project that needs to get done in the house that requires like nails and a hammer.
Okay. The job that I did moving the bar is you can no longer say that you're the only person who fixes things.
Well,
I risked my life
I have to give you credit.
for that final project.
In the last couple of months, obviously, like I talked about this on my Instagram. I made this huge list of home projects I wanted to accomplish before the baby got here, just like reorganizing, making space. We obviously had to move a ton of furniture around. And one of the last remaining things was we needed to swap out this desk and move our bar somewhere. We just didn't know where the bar was going to go. So we spent the last couple of weeks just like coming up with a place for the bar. We couldn't find a place for it. So we decided to leave it on. We have 2 balconies and we don't use one of them. So we're like, okay, the balcony should become storage space.
Yep.
So Ben decided to do this completely on his own while I was at work, like not ask anyone in the building for help. Picked up our 10,000 pound bar, brought it outside, went to Home Depot, wrapped it up in a tarp.
I did
It looks like there's a dead body on our balcony.
I did it perfectly. I went in depth on this story, so I won't do that on a recent episode of Good Guys.
Oh, okay.
But all that you need to know is that I almost actually died.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I moved a 10,000 pound bar. Of course, I removed. Everybody's going to say, did you move out the liquor?
Yeah, we took everything out
I'm
of the
not an
bar.
idiot.
We took everything out.
Took everything out, moved it, but there's a big step, and I like had to like jimmy it over, and all the weight is on me, and my back's pressed against the balcony. I almost fully died with this final project. Shout out Home Depot. Found a weatherproof. Everybody wanted to know. Mm-hmm. Was it weatherproof, Ben? Yes, it's a weatherproof tarp. Had snow on it, had heat on it. I put it on the bottom, put it on the top, taped it up. Shout out Gorilla Tape. Mm-hmm. This is fantastic tape.
Fantastic.
Taped the tarp, and it does look like a dead body, but it's out there. It's no longer our problem.
And I have to tell you, this was like the biggest project on my list that weighed so heavily because I'm like, I can't move this furniture. That's been the hardest part of pregnancy. Like, how many times have you come home and I'm moving furniture, you know? I don't mind like being, sweat equity, but the fact that like I have all these projects I can't physically do has been pissing me off, and I have to wait for this slow ass. Like, so you know what?
And
I was so grateful when you did it.
The sweeper's been sweeping. You've become the sweeper's final boss of sweeping.
Do you think so?
Yes.
I'm worse than I was before?
Yes, significantly.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Significantly. Most people wouldn't consider moving a bar an essential project pre-baby when it's not in their room and has nothing to do with them.
Mm-hmm. We're just not going to have time. We're not going to have time.
We didn't need to have time.
We're not going to have time,
We didn't
Ben.
need to do it.
We're not going to have time. How much better does it look?
Much.
You're welcome.
Would it have been worth it if you found me on the ground? I'm just saying.
20 stories down.
20 stories down.
No, it wouldn't have been better.
Okay, good
It
to
would have
know.
been very sad.
Okay, yeah.
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 I'm
good to know.
cracking up. Back to Lorde.
Okay, so some days she's a woman, some days she's a man. All I have to say is, like, when I'm cooking, I feel like a woman.
You do.
Yeah, I'm very Ina. Like, I'm thinking about Ina.
You're channeling
manifesting Ina.
your domestic side.
And you are Jeffrey.
Yes. No, there are definitely times where I feel like a man.
Yeah, you're Jeffrey.
I don't think that's necessarily what Lorde was saying.
I don't know what the fuck Lorde was saying.
Me neither. And I don't recommend reading this interview. It seems like just 2 insufferable bitches chatting it up, like
Yes.
Lorde and Chapel. Because I know you love Chap, and her music is amazing, but like on a personal
way,
level, she's dreadful.
No, I love Chapel Roan's music.
You just like that one song. What's another song?
I don't care.
So all that to say, Lorde is a woman, except on the days where she's a man.
Okay.
And it's as simple and as complicated as that. I'm going to...
Up to her.
Up to her. That's beautiful.
I wish her well.
I'm going to let everyone know that today's episode is very appropriately brought to you by Huggies. So Huggies is a fabulous brand, and their little snugglers are so popular. It's the only leading brand with all-around blowout protection for sizes 1 and 2. Do you know what a blowout is?
No.
You don't?
Is that when... okay, I have 2 ideas of what a blowout could be. One is when there's an enormous shit. And 2 is when... oh yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. It must just like have a large coverage zone.
Yeah, and it a blow up like goes outside of the confines of the diaper. It goes up your back, down the leg. It's a real, as Jackie says, it's like the most annoying thing that can happen. You have to change clothes, you have to give them a bath. And Huggies is the only leading brand with all-around blowout protection for sizes 1 and 2. So parents out there know there's really nothing worse than a blowout. I can't personally say I've had an experience with one. I know that they're quite common, and I think what diaper you use makes a huge difference in your quality of life those first few months.
We had experiences with blowouts.
When we had notovirus.
Theo.
Oh, yes.
Seriously.
Well, you shouldn't have to live your life worrying about how you'll deal with the next inevitable blowout. Ease your blowout anxiety by switching to Huggies Little Snugglers. Huggies Little Snugglers are up to 100% leak-proof with blowout protection in the front and back on sizes 1 and 2, so you can feel confident relying on them for your little ones. Huggies Little Snugglers are now available with blowout protection in every direction in sizes 1 and 2. Huggies, we got you, baby. Today's episode is also brought to you by Booking.com. Listing your vacation rental on Booking.com opens the door to more guests. Booking.com is one of the most downloaded travel apps in the world. That makes it the place to list your vacation rentals if you want to earn more with consistent bookings. You can reach new markets and turn hosting into a steady income. Over the past 25 years, they've helped more than 1.8 billion vacation rental guests, including ourselves, find places to stay. So why not help them find yours? So it's not just access to amazing guests. Booking.com makes it really easy for you to run your growing business. You can chat with guests, you can accept or decline bookings, and you'll have total control over your property's calendar and, most importantly, your property's finances. So it's basically hosting on your own terms. The best part is that if you want to get set up with your listing on Booking.com, it's super easy. You can do it in less than 15 minutes, get your property registered. Nearly half of partners get their first booking within a week. Plus, if you're already listed on another site, which I know a lot of people list their rentals on like multiple sites, it can be such a pain in the arse, like keep uploading the same photos and like copy and pasting the same description. Booking.com makes it really easy. You can import your property's information and you'll be able to get going right away. So whether you're looking to earn that extra income, fill vacant weekends, or just grow your business, head over to Booking.com to see how you can get started today. Their reach is global, the bookings are consistent, and the control is yours. So for the bookings that you've always dreamed of, list your property on Booking.com. Booking.com.
Yeah. I love Booking.com. I just love that slogan.
It's Pargy. Today's episode is also brought to you by Fatty 15. We're so excited to share with you guys C15 from Fatty 15, the first essential fatty acid to be discovered in more than 90 years. It's an incredible scientific breakthrough to support long-term health and wellness, and you guessed it, aging and longevity. So, Fatty 15 is on a mission. They want to optimize your C15 levels. And there's so many good benefits to having that done. The co-founder, Stephanie Van Watson, discovered the benefits of C15 while working with the Navy, slay. So to help fix cellular fragility syndrome and further extend your health and longevity, a team of doctors working in collaboration with the Navy spent over a decade to develop a pure, optimized, and bioavailable C15 ingredient in Fatty 15. They repair age-related damage to cells, protects them from future breakdown, and activates pathways in the body that help regulate sleep, mood, natural repair mechanisms, and just generally support your overall health. This functionality leads to so many other exciting benefits as we get older. In fact, 72% of Fatty 15 customers reported seeing or feeling benefits within 16 weeks. That includes metabolic improvement, skin and nails, liver and heart health, smoother functioning joints, deeper sleep. That's essential. Fatty 15 is a science-backed, award-winning, vegan, patented, 100% pure C15 supplement. It is vegan-friendly, it is free of flavors, fillers, allergens, or preservatives, and it has 3 times more cellular benefits than omega-3 or fish oil. So by replenishing the C15 nutrient, Fatty 15 effectively repairs cells and restores your long-term health. They're on a mission to optimize your C15 levels to help you live longer and healthier. So get an additional 15% off their 90-day subscription starter kit by going to fatty15.com/toast and using our code TOAST at checkout. That's code TOAST at fatty15.com/toast. Okay, ready for our 4th story that I feel might be our 5th because I couldn't find one, but I'll look again.
No, it's our 5th. Our first was that Spirit Society is now available nationwide at Target.
Oh, right. How could I forget? How interesting. Okay, this one is like a little internet news. Tommy Lee, who I'm sure everyone knows from Pam and Tommy, drummer for, what was the band? Motley Crue?
Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Crue.
One of the most interesting facts about him is that like a couple of years ago, he got married to Brittany Furlan, who was like a
Vine.
OG Vine creator. And they've like low-key been just like doing their thing, like living their life, being married. They're getting divorced. Love is dead.
Sorry. It happens.
They've been married for 6 years. They've reportedly called it quits after 6 years. They've been living separately for 2 weeks. That's short.
It's also short for
Like-
people to have news on it.
No, but it's like short to like, I feel like in a marriage you get separated. Like it takes a long time for a marriage to officially.
Just because you were living apart for 2 weeks doesn't mean that like maybe they weren't sleeping in separate beds for 6 months. You never know.
Yeah, they say that his drinking is at the center of the split, and that he's unwilling to get sober. I guess that would be a reason. Like,
Oh, well,
you can't wait around.
I'm sorry.
Despite them no longer staying under the same roof together, the pair remains in contact. The source shared, it's unclear whether either party plans to file at this time, but they're just like separated. And I think people were onto this. If you've been following this couple, he's 62, she's 38. He unfollowed Brittany on Instagram, which is like such a crazy thing to do to your wife.
No, also like in your 60s?
Right.
That's
like,
the first thing you do?
well, no, like he's digital now because of her. They
No, but
like
I'm
make
saying like
content.
that's really digital.
I completely agree.
Like that's I don't even do that. I don't even know who I follow. I have to do that.
You do have to unfollow some people. You follow,
I?
Like you follow so many people. I'm always going through because sometimes I'll scroll through my Instagram and be like, who are these fucking losers? Like I find my own feed so uninteresting.
Yeah, no, I don't use my feed.
You don't.
No.
Has your Instagram updated to the new layout?
It has. Yeah, it's not good.
Oh
With
my
the,
God.
With the swiping through.
With the swiping,
It's
how many
no
times
good.
do you actually end up on Reels?
A lot.
And it's probably because I send you the freakiest content.
You do.
But I get served like actual circus freaks on Reels. Like
You do.
When I go scrolling through TikTok, I see all different types of content: beauty, lifestyle, health, wellness, comedy. Reels, it's just circus freaks.
By the way, that is like derogatory towards the circus.
I completely
The things
agree.
you send me, she will send me like honestly the fattest people on earth.
And they're like picking their belly buttons and lifting up their stomachs and showing you their penises. Like it's literally, you guys don't understand and Reels is not regulated. Like
No,
there's so much pornography.
You exclusively have 1,200 pound nudity.
Let me tell you why. I'll tell you why. I get freaky things because Brian Kelly sends me the freakiest reels.
Got it.
So I always open them, and then he infiltrated my algorithm. He's like
Yeah.
always messing with me.
Got it. So yeah.
So he did to
That's
me
why
what
you're-
I'm doing to you.
Got it. That's why your algorithm is broken.
Yes.
And mine is not fully broken. I follow a lot of food creators. My favorite content to consume by far, recipe videos.
Who's your like inspiration online?
My inspiration
Like
online.
who do you think is doing the best work online right now?
Oh God, that's so tough. I always think that Wishbone Kitchen like has like unbelievable.
Yeah, we get it.
videos.
You're in love with Wishbone
She's
Kitchen.
great.
Yeah.
I also love my friend Salt Hank. He makes great videos
Mm-hmm.
like food, porn. Like I love that stuff. But Kevin from TikTok.
Kevin?
Yes, my friend Kevin. He just found out that his stage 4 cancer is no longer.
The sorority guy.
the sorority
He
guy.
cooks like mass amounts of food because he cooks for a sorority house. He like lives in a sorority house.
Just look up Kevin Cooking. I don't even know his last name. He's probably like 50s, maybe a 50-year-old guy.
and he basically makes like all the meals for all the girls who live in a sorority house. It's like 75 girls.
his food looked so good.
Yeah.
And
Penn loves him.
And there's a girl in his sorority. Her name is Larissa, and she has an account called Larissa's Reviews. So he puts out food, and then she reviews it. It's genius.
It is synergy.
Synergy.
And then he went through a personal like sort of challenge where he was diagnosed
He
with
was
cancer.
having cancer, and so he'd give these like periodic updates, and he seems to be cancer-free right now. Thank
That's
God.
so
We're rooting
great.
for Kevin.
That's so great.
We're rooting for Kevin, but yeah, he's great. Love him. Somebody should sponsor him. I haven't seen one sponsored video for Kevin. Somebody needs to reach out to Kevin.
I think you should reach out and be his representation.
I need to reach out to Kevin.
You do.
I think that he just does it for the love of the game.
I think so too.
Loves it.
Let's dive into our final segment of the week before we head out on maternity leave, which is Queenie and Weenie of the week, which is something we do every week on Friday to sort of wrap up. You know, take a look at the week at a glance.
Certainly.
We give out 2 awards: Queenie of the week and Weenie of the week, and it's exactly as it sounds. Who was a Queenie this week and who was a Weenie this week?
Understood.
It can be a person, it can be a place, or a thing. Now, Jackie always likes to start with Queenie. You know, be positive, but I'm negative like that. So let's start with Weenie.
We'll start
Who's
with
your
Weenie.
Weenie of the week?
My weenie of the week is Starbucks.
Wow. Okay.
Let me explain. You've been seeing me sipping my Dunkin' iced coffee.
tea.
My Dunkin' iced coffee. Let me explain. I've loved Starbucks for a very, very, very long time.
Ben has woken up every day for the last 2 years, walked to Starbucks. He literally comes into the room. He says, "Do you want anything from the Bucks?" I don't. He is so loyal to this one barista specifically.
Correct. His name is Rodney. He's my guy. I highly recommend you tip your baristas or baristos because they work really hard.
Agreed.
And the second that you tip them, you're going to get your coffee faster also. Like, it's like the world works like in miraculous ways with karma. I loved Starbucks because their mobile ordering is supreme. If I go to an airport, I'll still only get Starbucks because I can literally order it in my Uber to the airport, and when I get there, whatever. That said, they've been brainwashing us, folks. I had to switch to putting chai shots in my iced coffee and pretending that I like it because they just said, oh, we don't have sugar-free hazelnut one day. And it never came back. They only have sugar-free vanilla. And they made me think, because Starbucks is so big, I'm like, oh, if Starbucks doesn't have sugar-free hazelnut, there must be a worldwide shortage. No. I went to Dunkin' Donuts, ordered an iced coffee, sugar-free hazelnut. It's delicious. They have sugar-free hazelnut. Let me also tell you.
Do you think there's a part of the story that you're missing?
What? What part of the story am I missing?
You just walked into Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay, Claudia recommended that I try it. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Like, always thinking about you. Like, I don't even understand. And let me also tell you, Dunkin' Donuts, this is the heart of New York. Real New Yorkers drink Dunkin'. Because you walk in there, there's a cop.
Yes.
There's always a cop. This is the home of cops. You've never seen a cop.
Well, they like the donuts, but yeah.
You've still never seen a cop.
At
Stereotypes.
Starbucks.
You've never, ever seen a cop in Starbucks.
I completely agree. Transplants and like Starbucks is so elitist. I hate Starbucks. Like I'm always telling you that it's crap.
Support the boys in blue. Go to Dunkin'.
No,
okay?
real New Yorkers, like you're right. You walk in there.
This is New York.
It's true.
What commercial is that?
I feel like it's the car service commercial.
It is.
Like when you walk into a Dunkin' Donuts, it's literally like, you know, people on their way to work, like hardcore, real hardworking New Yorkers. America runs on Dunkin'.
America runs on
This
Dunkin'.
isn't an ad, but I'm so glad you've had a change of heart. I didn't even
I've had a
notice-
change of heart, and while it's not an ad, like, come on, Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Come on. This is nice.
I have to say, I haven't had enough munchkins in my pregnancy.
Yeah, Dunkin', fantastic.
Fucking love a munchkin.
Fantastic. So yeah, my weenie of the week is Starbucks because they convinced me that sugar-free hazelnut was sold out worldwide, when in reality, I think that they just like didn't want to do it
you
anymore.
said that like you were pretending, and I think there's actually a lot of pretending with Starbucks. Like people just like the cups and the colors and the branding, and they're just pretending.
And the convenience. The mobile app is completely revolutionary.
I agree.
The mobile app is revolutionary.
I agree.
Every day I wake up, do it.
I
And
just
it's
feel
ready.
like I feel like Dunkin' Donuts and these other places like also have apps that also work. You just like don't download them.
Maybe. You think there's mobile
What's
pickup?
proprietary about?
You think that there's mobile pickup
I don't know.
for
They have like
Dunkin'?
those kiosks now at McDonald's. Like, why wouldn't they?
I'm going to look into it.
Just an idea.
Okay.
My weenie of the week is HBO Max. I don't know if you heard. They're
Oh, I
reneging
did.
on their rebrand.
Oh, I did.
Jackie was being so funny on the toast yesterday, and you know what? She was 100% right. Like, imagine being a $1 billion company and dropping the ball so hard. Like, it's actually embarrassing.
It is.
It's weenie-like behavior.
It's completely insane to have worked so hard to build that amount of brand equity when you see HBO, because we're watching The Sopranos now. When you get that, you're like, oh, this is going to be a really fucking
Wait.
great show.
Can I ask you a question? I
Yeah.
saw somebody say this once on Twitter. When you hear the what theme song starts playing in your mind?
Curb.
Oh, for me, it's dun 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 dun.
I rest my case. Sopranos, Game of Thrones,
Sex and the
Curb Your
City.
Enthusiasm. No, but like, the best TV was made by
Yeah.
HBO. Who is Max?
Literally, who is Max?
Maddie's husband. Like,
My Makatanim sister husband. Yeah.
like that's it's not a streaming
No,
service.
who is Max in this world?
Max isn't. It's HBO.
Completely agree.
If anything, drop the Max. It's just HBO.
1000%.
What is Max doing there?
I don't know. You sound like Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
What is Max doing there?
What is Max doing there?
It's
Are you
there.
nuts?
I'll tell you what Max is doing there. Being weenie of the week.
Weenie. Max is a weenie.
Queenie, I'm gonna go first. I've been planning my Queenie all week, actually.
You do it.
And I'm really excited that you're here.
I really hope you don't have mine.
My queen, no, unless did you make yourself Queenie of the week?
No. Oh.
You are my Queenie of the week.
Oh.
So I thought this would be a great way to wrap up the show. I wanted to, because I clown on Ben like all the time on this podcast, on my Instagram, on his podcast, pretty much any public forum that I can get on. But I would be remiss. I would be devastated. I would even be heartbroken if I didn't spend the next 2 minutes publicly declaring how fabulous of a husband you have been.
Darling, thank
always
you.
in our entire pregnancy. I mean, in our entire marriage. But from the moment I found out I'm pregnant, let me tell you, this man has not let me cook my own meal, lifted a finger. I know that if you could take on even an eighth of this burden physically, you would do it. Like, you are so, I know it hasn't been like, a dream for you, but like, I haven't loved this time. I can't lie. I haven't loved being pregnant, but I have loved spending this time with you. I feel like we are closer than ever. I feel like I know you better than ever. I know without a shadow of a doubt, you're going to be the best dad. I'm like, not even worried, but you so deserve Queenie, because you've just made this as comfortable as possible. Never missed an appointment. And like, just feel like you made me laugh. Like, you have been just so fucking fabulous. There's only so much a husband can do in pregnancy, right? And let me tell you, they could write books about what Ben Soffer Celebrity has done for me. Like, I clown on you and we joke, but I just have to tell you, I love you so much.
Oh, I love you more.
I appreciate you so much.
This is so unexpected.
I couldn't have done it without you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you. Thank you.
Queenie.
You've been a queen too.
Of course. Yes, I have.
You've handled this
amazingly.
like a champ.
No, and I'm so thin, I've barely gained any weight. Like, it's insane.
Like a champ.
Agreed.
I love you. Thank you.
I love you.
That was very sweet.
Who's your Queenie?
And all that I have to say is, like, now looking at it, like, some husbands need to do a little bit better.
Do you feel judgmental?
It's not judgmental. I feel sad.
Yeah.
I feel really sad that, like, there are guys out there that are so deadbeat and they don't even realize it. Mm-hmm. Like give a shred of a shit.
Help.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, my Queenie. Sorry, it's not you.
It's okay.
Because it's of the week.
Yeah, of course.
Queenie of my life is you. My Queenie of the week, no question, is Timothy Chalamet.
Wow, not Jalen Brunson.
No.
I thought you were going to say the Brunson boys.
Timothy Chalamet has stepped into a role that we desperately needed to fill as the number one public Knicks fan, okay? This guy is going to every game, sitting courtside, bringing the Kardashians, traveling, going to Boston.
Wearing cool outfits.
He is it. And Spike Lee, I'm sorry, you're done.
Wow, you think
Spike
Timothy
Lee
is
missed,
replacing...
It was a crazy week. Spike Lee missed one Knick game because of the Met Gala, and he was replaced.
Wow.
Nobody is talking about Spike Lee as like the number one Knick fan anymore. It's now they're saying some people are saying Ben Stiller. It's
not Ben Stiller.
It's Timothy Chalamet.
I agree.
And all that I have to say is that he is, once Kylie is wearing a Knicks hat, the Knicks are slowly moving into like really fucking cool
territory.
No more clowning, okay? Wearing Knicks stuff. I've been doing it for 33 years. We've been losers.
Big time.
We've been losers.
Yep.
We're not losers. We're fucking awesome. Definitely has something to do with Jalen Brunson and the team, but Timothy Chalamet is helping. He's helping our PR.
Do you want to make an official prediction, score-wise? You think the Knicks are going to win tonight? Yes or no?
The Knicks are going to win tonight because I can't fathom them losing this series after they were up 3-1. And if they lose tonight, there is no doubt in my mind that they lose Game 7.
No, of course. If they lose tonight, then it's over.
They are going to win tonight.
Also, the player, like the best player for the other team is
out.
Like, there's literally no reason that they should lose.
I know, but the Celtics really are like a team.
Yeah, they're great.
Like, even without Jason Tatum, they're still great.
Yeah, but he's really good.
He's really good. I think that the Knicks are going to win 109-102. It's going to be slightly lower scoring than everybody expects. 109-102 Knicks. Shit, I'm changing it.
Okay.
119-112.
Okay, I like it.
119-112 Knicks. You heard it here first. Jalen Brunson is going to have 40 points, and the Knicks are going to win. What do you think?
I hope. I'm with you. Hashtag I'm with BSC.
And also just like look for us. Like, we're not Celebrity Rhode, but we're pretty fucking close.
Yeah, like maybe if you see me on TV, take a picture unless I look fat.
Snap a pic.
So that is that on my final episode before maternity leave. I just want to say I'm going to miss you all so much. I hope you're not going to miss me too much.
They are.
No, I'm really excited. Like, I can't wait to see what sort of podcaster I become after this, you know?
I think that you're going to come back with a fresh perspective.
And
Unique POV. And while you are out, there are still new episodes of The Good Guys. So you're more than welcome to come over. We'll be talking.
No, don't.
And hey.
No, don't.
Come over. Come over. Bring a spritz.
Where can you get it?
At Target.
Nationwide. That's our show, you guys. For the last time. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast Millennium Morning Show, where we deliver the fast stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast and where podcasts can be found. So it's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Video, iRead, CastBox, all the places where we visit a podcast. Find us a Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are. Love ya.
Bye.